A common problem I come across quite regularly with NBN customers using fibre to the curb or fibre to the node is a problem known as a bridge tap. Now, if your house is a bit older, you was probably wired back in the day with the 2-pair cable for a POTS line service, which means plain old telephone service, or an ADSL service. If that is the case, you've probably got multiple sockets scattered throughout the house. Now, with NBN FTTC, that can be problematic. We're talking about the internal wiring here. So the DPU is a distribution point for FTTC, and that would be a box out in the pit. The fibre will come to that, and then from that it will come out of that in copper. Now, the cable that goes from the pit to the house is known as a leading cable. Now, if your house is about 20 years old or newer, you'll probably have a utility box on the outside wall of your house. The 2-pair will come to that utility box, and then from the utility box it will go inside in a 2-pair cable, or like a category 5 or category 6 cable, and then it will go around to the sockets inside your house. Now, in this diagram, I'm going to point out first, I made a mistake when I was making the diagram. This little node here should be down on this cable, but I've put it on the one cable by mistake, and I'm too lazy to go back and change it, so you'll just have to excuse me for that. Now, problem with the bridge tap is the signal's going to come in from the DPU. If there's a point inside this house, in this one here, now this is what you would call, say, a daisy chain connection. If you have the signal coming in, it goes to one socket, then the cables go up to another socket, and then from there it goes off to another socket over here. That would be like a daisy chain connection. So if the signal's coming in and the signal's nice and strong, it should go straight through to the connection device, and then the sync light should come on, it should connect up, and then the signal should go across to your modem router, and then your Wi-Fi signal will come out from there. If the signal coming in is a touch weak, what can happen is it can go up to the second socket. So first it'll come to this socket, then bounce up to the second socket, and then it will, if there's nothing plugged into here, it'll return on this path here. Now, what will happen is the connection device will get confused because it'll have a signal coming in from the DPU, and it'll also have a signal return path coming down from socket number 2. It will confuse this, and then the sync light will then drop out, and then you'll lose your internet service. So the second issue that I find having your home cabled like this is that when the signal comes in from the DPU, it will then split off and then go off to the other sockets. But what it does is it will split the signal and you'll get speed loss. So if you are having problems with your speed, this could potentially be another reason why you're not getting the speeds that you should get. Fibre to the node is pretty much exactly the same. So what will happen that you're having the node, which will be in part of the DA, which will be somewhere around, a street somewhere close by to you. It'll come down the street in copper, and then it'll go to that socket. Now you can see here the daisy chain connection. Also, I've buggered that up again. I haven't put it onto this one, but that will do the same thing. The speed will slow down. So it'll go up into here through these sockets, return path here, back down to the router. As the same time you've got a signal coming straight in from the node, and that will also cause this router to lose sync and to drop out. So another way your home can be wired is a star configuration. So as you can see here, everything comes back to either one socket or to some sort of joint that's up in the ceiling or under the floor or something like that, but everything will come back to a single point, hence the star configuration. So that will be the same here, and this can be even more problematic because it's just coming in, it's bouncing all around, and you're going to have this dropping out. These ones are generally easier to remove, the bridge taps, because everything comes back to this one location. All you would then do is remove all the other cabling from that star, and then have the signal coming in from the node to socket number 1, which then goes directly to the modem router. So we remove these quite a bit for people that are having problems. So if your ISP has told you that you have a bridge tap issue and you need to get someone, a private technician, to come and remove it, we can handle these with ease. Usually it takes us about an hour, and you should be up and running, and all your dropout issues should just disappear, and you can be back on the net once again.